What is up, people of Eternum? Today on the channel, I want to start a new series called Academy of War. Basically, what it is I go over all the new weapons and armors added every single update. And today, I want to go over the Winter Convergence festival weapons and armor. Are they good for PvE? Are they good for PvP? Stay tuned and find out. Alright, we're here at the Winter Wanderer in Everfall. How you get these things, basically just do the event. The event gives you these tokens right here. 25 of the basic level ones get you 1 premium. The weapons are in patterns, which you do not need the craft skill to make them. That's why they're good. 2 of the premium ones get you 1 pattern. All of these weapons do have the same exact perks. But that doesn't mean that they're all going to perform the same, because different weapons perform differently, and some perks are good for some weapons and some perks are bad for other weapons, unless you're an attunement, and then they're good for everything. Alright, first things first is Ice Burst. These 2 perks, Vicious and Keenly Jagged, are actually really good on a Sword and Shield combo. The only problem is that they're good on the shield and not the sword. Plenty of other weapons out there that you can go take and farm for a couple hours, take about the same amount of time as it takes to get this weapon, and are a lot better for you. I'd pass on it. If you are looking for like a weapon that can do decent damage as a light build in PvP, you might be able to make this thing work if you get a shield that gives you the other perks you want. But it's somewhere in the middle for me, okay? Alright, next on the list is Tip of the Iceberg, a rapier with these 3 perks. Vicious and Keenly Jagged are pretty strong on a rapier. You could do some serious burst damage with these 2. There are better perks combos out there, but I mean, if you want to just give it a try and see if you can make a build, I think it will perform pretty well in PvP. Same thing with the Frozen Shard, a hatchet. I think if you catch anyone off guard, especially with a high crit multiplier weapon, Vicious and Keenly Jagged will shock you how much damage you do. There are other ones out there, but try it out. Again, see if you can make a backline or a assassin build with those 2. I think they'll surprise you how well they do. Hammer, usually I'd be okay with it in arenas. Sword and Shield and Hammer combo is actually pretty good for doing that long stun. If you do that long stun, you hit them with a Vicious and a Keenly Jagged, you're going to do some serious damage, and then you'll be able to jump straight back, and with Chain Ice, if it hits, it'll do a little extra damage to everyone. It's not too much, but it might be good. I'd give it a shot too. Both of those perks on a spear are good. They are both nasty. Another recommend Icicle. Just Icicle. I'd give it a shot. I mean, if you're going up against someone with full resilience, that Vicious might come in handy, and the Keenly Jagged always works on a spear. It's definitely worth a shot in arenas. The bow, these 2 perks, Vicious and Keenly Jagged, are 2 bis perks, with the 3rd being attunement on a bow. So this is a very nice bow to get, and if you are looking to start using a bow in PvP, this might be probably one of the best opportunities to get a bow like this, that you could jump in and immediately start doing crazy damage. Again, you know, the attunement perks are usually king when it comes to extra damage in PvP, but give it a try. Definitely pick this up. That, you got the musket. You can make it work. It's not as good as a bow, but you can make it work. Vicious, that critical damage. I think people mainly use that empowering perk for the one-shot potential, but you'll do some decent damage with something like this. I think Vorpal is better, but um, I don't know. I wouldn't use it, but you can try it out. Who knows? I think muskets are trash anyways. After that, Great Axe. Problem with the Great Axe is thwarting strikes. It seems like it was made for that bruiser build, and if you don't have it for a bruiser build, the weapon's usually not too good with it. The hammer is the exception because in PvP you kind of go for that stun combo where you stun them and hit them with a heavy critical shot from behind. That might work. These two perks together, you'll do damage, but you will do a hell of a lot more damage if you got Trenchant Strikes and Trenchant Thwarting Strikes and an Attunement perk. Just pure DPS. I'd pass on it. I think if anything, just go buy a purple, an epic with Trenchant or Thwarting and Attunement. Next, Life Staff. Bleh. I wouldn't even bother. I mean, you got Blessed on it, healing bonus, the critical damage, keenly jagged. It's just a weird combo on a life staff. They just had to throw it in there. I wish they would have changed it up a little bit more, but pass on it. Void Gauntlet, vicious, keenly jagged. To me, Void Gauntlet gets a lot of meme builds, a lot of lifesteal builds. Chain Void on it. I don't know. I'd pass on it. I don't know enough about them to really say what this is or not, but I don't think this is it. Fire Staff, vicious, keenly jagged, chain fire. I like that they changed those instead of chain ice, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Vicious is good on a fire staff. Vicious is actually pretty good. Keenly jagged, that extra damage on it. You can make it work. Chain fire. Yeah. Not last weapon. Third to last. The Ice Gauntlet with vicious, keenly jagged, chain ice, vicious. I think people sleep on the critical damage of an Ice Gauntlet. They actually have a perk that increases the damage that they do, critical damage that they do, and if you add vicious on top of it, you could do some nuts damage. Big damage. Keenly jagged, just extra damage on top. I think you'd be better off with like keenly empowered and vicious. Again, I'm not really a mage, but I think that vicious is something to look out for. These items are basically free. Vicious, keenly jagged. Might be able to do some work with those two. Honestly, I don't see why not. Alright, Cold Calamity, keenly jagged is actually a pretty decent perk on the sword. Vicious. Problem with vicious as your damage perk is that you can't get Trenchant Strikes, which gives you more damage on heavy attacks. You can make it work. I definitely think you can get out there and go buy an epic item that's better. But if you're looking for like a free one, give it a try. Why not? Round Shield, Empowering Breaker, Refreshing Evasion, Sure Footing. As a light build using this Round Shield, Powering Breaker, it's okay. I wouldn't use this shield. Just throw it away. Don't even bother. Medium, Sturdy Energy, Refreshing, Sure Footing. Another one, just throw away. Don't even bother. Last shield, you have Sure Footing, Frozen Shield Ward, and Refreshing. Throw it away. All the shields are garbage. Alright, last on the list we have the armor set. All the armor set has exact same perks. Elemental Aversion, Corrupted Ward, and Luck. There is a heavy, medium, and a light set in there. The two last perks can be pretty decent in your Zerg runs. The Corrupted Ward and the Luck. You might be able to get something out of one of those chests that will help you in some way. Corrupted Ward is actually pretty nice, especially if you go farming the breaches for the lodestones. Other than that, if you already got a full corrupted set, you probably don't need this one. That pretty much concludes it. There's nothing else on the list. If this helps you, please hit that like button. If you got any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you.